When I was in high school about 15 years ago, there were only two choices in front of me, either become a doctor or become an engineer. Of course, I chose MPC and went on to become an engineer simply because I hated drawing, and you can't do biology without drawing, right? And of course, I could not by heart things at all, and hence that was my basis for becoming an engineer. And that is one of my biggest regrets. Fortunately for you guys in high school, the situation has changed. There are tons of career options beyond engineering and medicine that can lead to very lucrative careers should you choose to pick them. In today's video, I'm going to list them out for you and tell you why they're so powerful. So stay tuned. So this is how the structure of this video is going to look like. I'm going to mention the degree of choice. I'm going to talk to you about what streams you need to select in classes 11th and 12th to be eligible for these degrees. I'm going to talk to you about the top universities offering this degree. And we are also going to talk to you about the kind of companies that recruit graduates from these particular programs. I'm Srikar Sanapareddy. I'm the co-founder of Gradvine, and we exist to ensure that you're making informed career choices. So let's get into the video. The first degree that I'm going to talk to you about should be no stranger to you. I'm talking about law as an undergraduate degree. Now, law isn't only about the courtroom dramas and the wonderful arguments and debates that you can make. Of course, while verbal articulation and debate is important, law also has to do a lot with your ability to remember facts, your affinity towards proper documentation, and also a clear understanding of society, economies, and history as a whole. Law also is not a straight 3-year degree. You need to combine it with a BA or a BCom or a BBA, and it's a 5-year degree. As long as society exists, law exists as well, and therefore there will always be a perennial demand for lawyers. Apart from top firms like Amarchand Mangaldas or Trilegal Associates, a lot of corporate firms hire lawyers from top schools for their legal teams as well. Some of the top institutions to pursue a law degree in India include the national law schools like NLSIU, Nalsar universities across the country, private universities like an ILS Pune or a Symbiosis, or even a new age university like OP Jindal. One thing you should be aware of is that you don't need to be from a particular stream to attempt the law entrance exams or pursue law. Whether you take a maths, physics, chemistry, biology, physics, chemistries, or the humanities streams, you will be eligible for the law entrances and the law school programs. Now, as a bonus, I must mention that several grads from NLSIU last year received packages of 18 lakhs per annum and even 40 lakhs per annum from foreign firms. Now, if you want to understand what the average starting salaries are for law graduates and for graduates from some of the other degrees I'm going to talk about, comment below and we'll give you a sheet with data. Have you ever wondered why an iPhone costs $1.5 lakh whereas an Android phone that does the same costs only 25,000 or even less? Have you wondered why all burger outlets like a McDonald's and Burger King at malls or in localities are always beside each other? Well, this is because economists know more than we do about how businesses can thrive. If you want to understand how profit and loss works, how a nation's policies dictate how businesses enter, then economics is an area of interest. Fortunately for you, a lot of top corporates recruit economics grads from top programs because of the quantitative rigor of the program. The ability to analyze, crunch, and draw trends from data is an incredibly important skill set that permeates across various professions. Therefore, companies like Deloitte, Goldman Sachs, KPMG, and several other top FMCG firms hire economics grads to help grow and run their businesses. Some of the top institutions that offer economics undergrad degrees are under Delhi University. These are institutions like SRCC, Miranda House, and Lady Shri Ram. Now, of course, apart from the DU or Delhi University schools, private institutions like Christ Universities and Symbiosis also offer great economics programs. Some of the new age universities like Ashoka also offer outstanding economics programs. In order to pursue an economics degree, you will need some element of mathematics in your undergrad. Now, there are certain programs that will take you even without math, but to be eligible for every economics program out there and for your own adaptability and understanding of what an economics degree will entail, it is recommended you take some element of maths in grades 11th and 12th. Perhaps a maths economics with a commerce subject would make a lot of sense if you want to get into economics. Because of the quantitative rigor involved with the program, several investment banks, consulting companies, FMCG companies, and other corporates tend to recruit a lot of economics grads. The third degree on this list is a close cousin of economics, which is a bachelor's degree in commerce. Now, you might have watched a lot of Shark Tank. You might have seen how companies are valued. You would have heard a lot about terms like profit and loss and earnings before depreciation. Well, This is the kind of analysis that bachelor's in commerce graduates do. Bachelor's in commerce graduates look at the profit and loss statements of companies and actually know what's going on and where their future lies. Think about a bachelor's in commerce degree as the theory behind business, and to succeed you need strong theoretical fundamentals. Apart from hiring at various auditing firms like a KPMG, Deloitte or a PwC, apart from the usual top DU schools like SRCC, Christ University in Bangalore, Symbiosis in Pune, NMIMS, and Flame University also offer very strong BCom programs. In order for you to pursue a BCom degree, mathematics is not a prerequisite. Therefore, even if you drop math and take economics, accountancy, and commerce subjects, you will be eligible for a BCom. However, considering how the market is growing and the need for analysts in this space, we recommend retaining some amount of math, but it's not a strict prerequisite for getting into BCom programs. Do you have a knack for storytelling? Can you get on stage and captivate an audience? Do you write very well? Well, if that's the case, then there are a couple of degrees that you should certainly consider. Mass communications and journalism are incredibly powerful degrees. Gone are the days where we are only dependent on a few media houses or newspapers to hire mass comm and journalism grads. Due to the rise of alternative media like social media and the rise of a dime a dozen media channels, the demand for students who understand how to convey content effectively to the masses, both through the written word and the spoken word, is incredibly high. And that is where mass comm and journalism grads are seeing a lot of demand at this point in time. Symbiosis Pune, the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Christ University, and universities like Flame and OP Jindal offer very good mass comm and journalism programs. Now, if you've forgotten to comment, please take this chance to comment below because we have some surprisingly good salary stats for mass comm and journalism grads. Now, in order to pursue a degree in mass communication and journalism, you can come from any stream in classes 11th and 12th. I've seen MPC grads get into it as well. But of course, the preferred stream would be anything within the arts and humanities. Oh, by the way, if any of you are planning to do a degree abroad, I've created a complete and comprehensive roadmap for you. All you have to do is click right here to access it. Option number 5 is very, very popular, and I think you can guess it. So why don't you try? Yes, I'm talking about the BBA degree. BBA degrees have become extremely popular for all the budding entrepreneurs and business magnates out there. Of course, if you have an affinity for marketing, if you understand how consumer psychology works, if you have a great ability to sell to people, or understand how a company's books work in terms of profitability and what their future is, then maybe a BBA degree is for you. One would argue that the BBA is a little too generic and can be pursued in the form of an MBA later on in any case. However, if your strengths lie in this area, I would recommend it. You don't need to come from a particular stream to do a BBA again, but a lot of top BBA programs do prefer people with math in their grades 11th and 12th. Especially if you want to specialize in something like a BBA in finance or analytics, we would recommend that you retain mathematics. Some of the top universities offering a BBA include NMIMS in Mumbai, Symbiosis in Pune, and Christ University in Bangalore. But the very best programs as we stand today are the integrated BBA MBA programs offered by IIM Indore and IIM Rohtak. These 5-year programs are open for students who pass grade 12, and the entryway to these programs are the IPMAT exams, which you have to prepare for and write. Now, because of how broad a BBA degree is, you can be hired by a wide variety of firms. You could be hired by social media marketing firms, you could be hired by corporates and FMCGs, you could also be hired by financial firms if you specialize in finance. So the opportunities are truly broad indeed. Now, if you want a list for the top colleges offering all the degrees I'm mentioning in this video, then drop a comment below and we'll share that list with you. Alternatively, I've also done a deep dive into the top 5 BBA programs in India. You can check that video out by clicking right here. Another degree that's gaining a lot of prominence at this point in time is a bachelor's degree in design. Now, design can be very wide. You could get into something like clothing and textile design, or you can get into something which is very much in demand like a UI UX or a product design. Some of the best institutions that offer design degrees include the National Institute of Design, CEPT in Ahmedabad, and of course the National Institutes of Fashion Technology, along with some newer age institutions like OP Jindal. In order to get into a design degree, once again, the subjects that you take in grades 11-12 may not matter as much as you will be eligible, but retaining some sort of math and being prepared for the design aptitude sections of these exams through coaching is something that we would strongly recommend. Now, because of the wide applications of design of course is omnipresent all around us, a wide variety of companies recruit design graduates. You could look at major corporates like a Mahindra and Mahindra, or also get into fashion houses, or graphic design and social media marketing companies. I hope your horizons were broadened post this degree. Once again, it's not our intention to say engineering or medicine is bad, but if you're not interested in either of these fields, we want you to know that there's a whole world of opportunities ahead of you. Now, if you found this video useful and encouraging, please do share it with your friends. drop a like and subscribe to our channel.